So you guys are really going to keep making the same movie over and over and over again. Channel. It's Tyra here with another struggle review, here to discuss Fatale. Peace out. Fatale, starring Hilary Swank and Michael Eli. Now, this is not the normal movie that I watch. I do watch and support these movies, but it's not something I run to look at first because they have a tendency to be something that we've seen already, and I don't want to see it anymore. Before we get into what I did like about this movie and some things that I didn't, I need you guys to drop down and subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'm going to give you guys a moment to do that, and then we're going to come back and discuss all things crazy white women. Subscribe to see more of me. Let's get into this movie. Now, these particular movies are not something that I run to watch because they are always really predictable, and they always have really excellent, most of the time, Black talent in them. You know, old school actors that we don't really hear or see anymore, who never really got to the caliber of a Denzel or Angela Bassett or, you know, a Cicely Tyson. So we have, you know, great Black actors that we know, but they may not be as profound to other people. Like our Morris Chestnut, our Michael Eli, Nia Long, so many, Megan Good, you know, these people that have, you know, had longevity in Hollywood, but at some point in their career, we just get these movies where, you know, our Omar Epps, they're kind of just phoning it in with these performances and the roles that they're taking. Now, we do see a lot of these movies being put out there, and I also see that a lot of these movies are being produced and, you know, funded by these actors. And it's understandable that this is what sells. I forgot what I read something on about a Fatal Affair recently that came out with Nia Long and Omar Epps, and there was something said, you know, in the likeness of, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, this is what sells. There is a demographic who likes to see these movies. I'm not one of them. I do love seeing these actors get work. I do love seeing them on screen. Who does, you know, oh, look at Morris Chestnut. Oh, it's Omar Epps. Oh, it's Michael Eli. Oh, we gonna get into this movie. Because some stuff here, I was like, oh, look who here. These movies serve some type of purpose, but I just get really frustrated with it kind of being displayed as these are the only stories that we can tell. There are so many other stories to tell. We don't have to only focus on these. Now, getting into this movie, we are introduced to Michael Eli and his wife. After they make it just abundantly clear that they are filthy rich, filthy, and very much so distant and unhappy in their marriage. Now, as soon as it came on, and I mean as soon, the credits was still, you know, rolling, I'm looking at, oh, it's Luke Cage. Luke Cage is here. You know, you want some coffee? Have some coffee? Coffee? Luke Cage is here, having coffee. And I see Luke Cage, and I see the couple, and I see the wife in the dress that she has on and the way he's kind of watching her. Very subtle, but still enough for me to go, that's a little off. That's a little tasteless to wear, you know, in front of the homie. But, you know, I try to give the movies a chance. Not only do we see that the couple is, you know, distanced, but there are, you know, accusations of, you know, infidelity and things like that going on. And he's going to a party in Las Vegas, a bachelor party. And this is when, once again, giving Luke Cage the side eye. You'll take that ring off. You're a free man. This is a setup. But I'm rocking with the movie. I'm trying. And then we get into him being introduced to Hilary Swank. Once again, with these great actors and actresses phoning it in. You know what happens to, certain actors, actresses who aren't at a certain caliber when they reach a certain age. They start to take these roles that you just don't see them in. Now, of course, Hilary Swank, Boys Don't Cry, $1 Million Baby, greatness. Seeing her here in this Obsessed with a hint of just Fatal Attraction type of ripoff, and the chemistry that she's supposed to have with Michael Eli, it just was not working for me. She's a woman of a certain age and a certain look, and not to say that she looks bad, but in comparison with the wife, I was just like, so you gonna jeopardize your wife for Hilary Swank? Now, as our characters talk and get closer and dance, I was like, look at Hilary Swank trying to dance in the club. This was not her role. This is not her. Hilary Swank, is a lot of things, but slow dancing in the club, skippity bop into some Keith Sweat or something. No. But of course, this leads to sex, and we get our first trigger warning that she's a little off her rocker. I put your phone, in a safe, just in case you tried to run away. Yeah. But of course, we try to make this sexy. And of course, like all of these movies, one night stand, never going to see him again, huh? So after we leave Hilary Swank and go back home to our fine wife, I was like, if you if you're gonna cheat up. Did y'all see the wife? I didn't get it. But a lot of times we don't get it. You did that over me? The disrespect. But after we get, done cheating, we are instantly, enlightened. I ain't gonna cheat no more. But we see inklings of Luke Cage's character. He's just gonna be Luke Cage here. We see inklings of his character and kind of, him being questionable because he wants to make certain business deals within the company. He is a business partner. Michael Eli's character is very much well off. Sports, agent, owns his own company and very, black, upward mobility. And then, after all of that, Tyron Turner shows up, y'all. I was like, Kane showed up. Menace to Society. Kane showed up, and boom, boom, hey, hey, computer, hey, yeah, come, hey, act like y'all ain't seen the movie. Kane is here, and his name is Tyron in the movie also. I was like, we ain't gonna get a brother a character. Okay, cool. I'm just happy to see a brother because he has been based as Menace to Society, and he just gonna be Kane, and I was happy to see him here. But he is played off, as maybe, the user, the cousin. But Michael Eli is very, protective over, what money he does give him and him as a person, but we just don't know why at that moment. But of course, after we're done cheating, we go home, cooking that guilt food, when men do stuff and you see them, doing stuff that they wouldn't. You get some flowers. What you do? What you bring me flowers for? Suspicious. Cooking? What you cooking for? What you do? What happened? Did you make cooking? But he's cooking and, Keith Sweat's going. We lavish and happy. Making it last forever. And we know as in the audience, of course, with these movies, we're just waiting on Hilary to show up and fuck that shit up. Now, after Michael Eli has made it very, very clear that, he wants to make things work with his wife, I was like, what? You couldn't do this yesterday before you went to Vegas? But he makes it very clear that, he wants things to work and that, they make love and all this other good stuff. Did you see the wife was on point. It's like, see the stroke, the small, like the smog in her back, and the stroke and the motion that was happening. And I was like, you trying to mess with Hillary? You tripping. But all of a sudden, there's a disturbance downstairs. And this is when, I wasn't quite giving the wife the side eye at this moment because I was only focused on Luke Cage and Hilary Swank. But when he went down to check and, it was a B&E situation, and mommy upstairs just like, and I'm like, girl, call the police. They're like, gonna call the police? No one's gonna call the police. But there's a tussle and, the gun's going off and, he's about to lose his life. But you don't really see the wife really acting the way a wife would. I wish they could just get rid of this trope altogether in movies, like your significant other, your man, your husband, whoever is getting attacked, and the women are usually somewhere. Oh God, oh, girl, save your man. Hashtag save your man. Hit him. Do something. Save your man. Help your man. But of course, finally, we get our grand introduction of Miss Hilary Swank, who is the detective on the case. Of course. And then that's when, this movie does take a turn from our obsessed, our, fatal affairs, because for once, she didn't see him as a target. It was, kind of a one-night stand moment. But in that moment, they discovered, not only are we, working in the same city, but you gave me a fake name and you're married. And then we begin, the cat and mouse game of will she or won't she tell my wife about, my infidelity. And this is when, the story takes all kind of liberties. Now, as we get more into Hilary Swank's character, we do realize that her story arc, is involving her daughter and her being, under the influence, and the daughter getting her gun and shooting herself. And I was like, I was with Detective Valance is here. If y'all didn't watch, I watched Cold Case. I was a Cold Case watcher on ABC. Detective Valance is here looking like Detective Valance. And he's like, no, I'm never, he's in a prominent place to, affect cops and officers, judges. You're never going to see her again. You're never. And I was like, I can't really blame him. But it's her story arc. But after we see that happen and she kind of loses every ounce of will that she had left because she was clearly hoping to establish a relationship with her daughter, and you're just like waiting like, oh, she's not gonna have no remorse, no fucks givens, she's going for the jugular. Now my gripe was why Michael Eli, like it just became really dominant, and it just didn't weigh out well to me. I was like, okay, they did have a one-night stand, but she's not like crazy in love with him, obsessed with him. But we get, more into why as we get further along into the plot. But we start to, still see little drops of want some coffee. Luke Cage, kind of being a little questionable, kind of checking on him. And you still see his wife kind of not be distanced, nothing, too irregular. It's just, I'm going to be late, don't wait up, just a little nonchalant. And then we get into Hilary Swank being a little off, but still doing her job and, doing stuff like, hey, get in, loser. Mean Girls, get in, loser. I was like, what you get in her car for? Girl, you can tell me what you need to tell me about this case on the curb. You already said you weren't going to tell my wife about our little indiscretions. I apologize. I'm a good guy. But no, he gets in. And at this point, we see that his wife has been cheating on him with Luke Cage. Oh, Michael, he was so distraught. So distraught. But with this, we get into all kinds of plots happening. Not only, did the affair happen in the beginning, but he's so distraught that they end up sleeping together again. The wife is cheating with the business partner and friend. And then you have the other side plot with the daughter and the ex-husband and, the custody battle. It was so much going on, but nothing going on all at the same time. I feel like this movie did try to go out of its way to not be the typical obsessed, Fatal Attraction-esque movie. But it just ended up being just a confused mess. I was like, pick one. Pick one. Now, I'm not going to act like I wasn't happy to see something else. I was actually, happy that it wasn't just your typical stalker, say you love me crazy white woman movie. White woman antagonist praise on, oh, not the Beyonce, not the, she touched my baby. She touched my child. Like, yeah, we don't need no more of that. No more of that. She was in, get yourself some boxes. Michelle Kelly. Okay, I'm sorry. But we get into them being, more emotionally involved with each other, and him clinging to her unnaturally to me, because it's just like, clearly you see that this woman, though she hadn't really did much yet, she's off her rocker. You've seen her interact with your wife, her say, I'm going to be professional, but she's, picking you up in the car. Like, if you're a professional, girl, call me down to the station. Why am I in your car while we walking on the beach? You can see these things for yourself. Girl, you could have took a picture and faxed it to me. I don't need all of this. They proceed to, have sex again. Try sex. But they become more involved with each other. You like, back away from the crazy, sir. And you hear her say and kind of incriminate herself right there, well, what are you gonna do? I'm like, get a restraining order, call the police, file a report, let someone other than you know that these people are trying to murder me. He was taking it so lightly that his wife and his almost best friend was trying to murder him. Hilary Swank proceeds to, you could kill them. You could do that. And, kind of throwing herself out there. And that's when you're like, oh, she's going to kill them. But we, go to the next day, and he's pulled into the station and made aware that both of them have been shot dead. And then they try to, sprinkle a little salt. Like, aha, maybe he did do it. His ring is there. And we get, this scene of him, coming. Did you go back? I was feeling the scenes. I was just like, can they give Hillary some lip chat? Because her lips look so dry in those detective scenes in the station. It's like, as soon as they left the scene where she needed to be sexy in the nightclub, from then on, she just looked like the most washed out detective. And I'm like, why they got Hillary Swank looking like a foot? Fix it. But we get more into the plot, and, they're dead. And did he do it? Didn't he? Of course, we as the audience know, like, he didn't do it. Like, we saw that he was home. And she's, being weird. But kind of reminiscent about, her not being able to get her daughter the things. Detective Valance was like a little ass. Like, girl, bitch, get from in front of my car before I run you over. Damn. All right. But, we are in the aspect of, the funeral happening. And I was like, he is so chill to be facing 2 murders. He's like, I didn't do it. But he's, sleeping. I'm like, Michael, Eli, get up. Wake up. Why are you taking naps? Your life is in jeopardy. But at this point, I was just waiting for him to get some evidence. Like, how long are you going to let this just continue to happen to you? We already opened with that damn narration. So we know there comes a time and a man's like, boy, shut up. But how long are you going to, let this go on? The best thing you could have going for you is to record yourself when you're meeting with her. Instead of, waiting to go, why are you doing this to me? What do you want? Does it matter? Record her. During the funeral, Hillary Swank makes it very clear that she did kill them. And he's just, why? Why are you trying to do this to me? What do you want? And we want to know also, because it's just not making sense to go this far, this caliber for, a one-night stand. Especially when she didn't show any signs of, being obsessed with him, being so in love with him that she would even care that, he lied to her about being married. And then we see more of Tyron Turner in his little black. Y'all seen Tyron with his little black button down? It's cute. And we get that one scene with his mom, you can do it, but protect your name, that strong black mama speech. I was like, all right, mama, Go get him. Oh man, they made sure to put that. I love you, mama. I love you, son. God damn it. But we are made aware that Tyron Turner, did take a case for him. They were young, high school, tried to, rob a place. And, he took the blame and went to jail while Michael Eli went on to build, all this success. And this is why he cares so much for his cousin. Now, when Tyron makes it clear, I need to go see. You ain't about this life. I'm about to ride out. Go check her out. I was like, all right, he about to die. He about to die. I was hoping that he wouldn't, especially when we got the hood. I was like, this is so racial. Like, as soon as it was time for Tyron Turner to have like more than a minute of screen time, and he finally, just like, I'm about to ride out. We got the most hood to the hood for my niggas, ride for my niggas, ride for my niggas, die, fuck them other niggas, look, I'm down. Whatever wasn't playing, but it got real stereotype. Like, we had to play, but the ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. Soon as that took me out. I kept repeating that all the way through, like to the end. Ride for my niggas, I'ma die. Helping the low rider nigga get. All right. We just had to be hood at that moment. And at that point, Tyron turned all the way. I'm like, oh, they brought Tyron Turner back to be O-Dog? Oh, bitch, I'll blow your motherfucking brains. Oh, they brought Tyron Turner back to be O-Dog. But of course, she plays the whole, oh no, scared white woman trouble, please don't hurt me. And I'm like, oh, don't fall for it, y'all, don't fall for it, don't do it. Of course they did, because the movie's got a movie. And I'm like, what is she about to throw? What kind of, it just got real extra. I'm like, what is she choking on? What is you took her to the bathroom to throw up so she could, bitches just got shotguns. That was badass. Her coming out with her shotgun. I did like that shot, but I was just like, then of course, we had to shoot Kane again, had to shoot Tyron Turner again. I'm in too deep. I done killed the motherfucker and I just can't sleep. Hey, one time trying to do a slow creep. Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, Tyron Turner, Kane got shot. Kane got shot. Now, I was actually kind of excited when Kane got shot. I was like, let's give Michael Eli some motivation to fight for his life and actually care about what's going on instead of moping around in his little Mr. Rogers grandpa sweater. I was like, yeah, here we go. Let's get, even with that motivation of, your beloved, your cousin who you've been very adamant about this whole movie is shot, we're still, meet me at the beach house. And you're still meeting her without recording her. Still. Then we get into this shooting match and it's blanks in the gun. Yeah, I needed to know that you were a killer. Girl, what do you want? And then we get into what she actually wants. And this is when I was just like, she wanted to use him, shot his wife and the business partner to frame him, to use that against him to kill her estranged ex-husband who has custody of her daughter. And she wants like a kill for kill situation. I want you to kill my ex-husband and then I'll get custody and then you can get the gun and go free. And we can blame all of this on Tyron. What? Who wrote that? Who's responsible? Who wrote this? There is no way, nowhere, at any point in time that ever made any sense. But okay. Now that we've gotten, down to her motivation and baby fighting for his name and Katie getting shot for nothing. She tells Michael Eli where her husband runs. Did you see that scene where she was just all walking through the house this close to the husband's face? I was like, how you don't, nigga, wake up. You don't feel, well, he's this close. Crazy. But she tells him where he are and, this is when he runs and blah, blah, blah. And you seen him kind of investigate, you know, her character, Google her. So he knew about this prior, but he never took the time to, you know, hey, maybe I should contact an outside source, someone who already has a restraining order on her, someone who's been where I am and can attest to the type of shady character she is. No, we meet up with the husband anyway, holding a gun, looking like a mugger, all dressed in black. And still carries out the shooting, accidentally shooting the husband because we were trying to talk to him and tell him about his ex-wife. And I need your help. I need your help. I need your help. What? You? I was just, and Mike's, oh. Like, where is this plot making sense? Nothing is making sense. But the movie was beautifully shot, though. So after he's killed him, and, you know, because we couldn't just call him on the phone or send an email or dress casually, meet this man in daylight. We meet up, you know, with Hilary Swank, and it turns into, you know, Friday the 13th, Jason. You know, we have a whole Michael Myers moment. And she has a whole screen. She shot, he shot, was shot, we're shot. Nobody shot. Oh, she's shot. She's on the ground. Okay. She's on the ground looking dead, of course. And we had to have, you know, one last jump scare of looking back and she's up and comes out of nowhere with a whole knife, whole Chucky knife, stabs Michael Eli 75 times and he's still alive. And, you know, on his brink of death, got you, bitch. Oh, now we record her. Okay. Now we record her. Wife is dead. Businessman is dead. Tyrone Turner is dead. Bumpy died. Your whole business went under. You're a murderer. Even though it was self-defense. Murderer. But now we record her. Okay. And then we end, you know, with more narration and, you know, had to clear his name. And then we got this bogus, random radio personality that's, you know, kind of giving play-by-plays. And it's Terrence J. I was really annoyed with hearing Terrence J. And it was just giving me 106 in Park. I was like, Terrence, shut up. But that's where we end the movie. At least it wasn't obsessed. That's all I can say. At least it tried to be something different. I'm never going to diss a movie for trying to be different, but I'm not going to act like there wasn't absolutely too much going on and I needed to rein in on one thing and focus on that one thing. I did like getting to see Tyrone Turner, though. That was a plus. If you guys have seen this movie, please drop down and tell me what you thought about it and what you didn't like about it, and did I miss anything in this video. I see you guys next time. Bye.